Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Erica Raquel, and usually I would be doing a design challenge for you guys today, but I wanted to do something a little different. So I don't know about the rest of you, but this time has been particularly difficult to deal with everything being closed down, and I have been lacking a ton of inspiration, and I've been trying my best to stay on track when it comes to sewing, especially because I have so many things on my plate, and I know I can't be the only one, but it's been especially difficult for me to get up and sew, or pretty much handle the things that I have to handle. So if you guys don't know, I run a blog and I do YouTube. On top of that, I also have a magazine that I started earlier this year, which you can check out below. I actually link it below. If you haven't seen it yet, if you haven't gotten your digital copy, then please do so. It is a really good magazine, and I do it 100% myself. I don't have anybody to create it for me or anything like that, and I do have content from other bloggers and small businesses, because it's very hard to make it out here in this world when you're a small business, especially, or you're just getting started with something. So I wanted to create that magazine for that. Now, with that being said, I have been working on the next issue, which comes out in June. It's going to be way bigger than the first one, because obviously now I am more established and I kind of know what I want things to be, how I want things to look, so on and so forth. So I am working on that. It's just been really hard to find motivation during this time, because usually, you'll have some way to kind of relieve stress. During the week, you have work and you have all of these different things to handle at home and bills to pay, so on and so forth. So when it comes to that, usually you would go out, to eat maybe once in a while, just get out in the world to kind of forget about all the craziness that's going on in your life. Well, right now we can't do that because of the COVID-19 virus happening and all of these deaths and things like that. And then a lot of places are on lockdown. Here in Georgia, they only lock down counties. I'm not really sure how they're doing it or what's the protocol for it, but everywhere is not locked down. But there are still a lot of things that are closed. Like, there is no shopping unless it's like grocery shopping. Like, you have Target that's open, Walmart that's open. I mean, basically the essential stuff. But you can't go out to eat. You can't relieve any stress. And I have a hard time with that because I stress a lot. And so it's just been really hard for me to find any inspiration to do the things that I need to do, because I haven't been able to step away and breathe. So that's why I wanted to make this video, because last week I wrote a blog post about basically just the things that we need to do, these 4 easy steps to getting more done, essentially, to trying to get closer to our dreams, because it's really difficult to do that when you can't breathe a little bit. And at least for me, I can't speak for everybody else, but I know for me that if I don't have an opportunity to step away, then I can't continue to work. It's really hard. The other thing that I wanted to do with that blog post was kind of like point out the things that I've done wrong. because I've been working on my dreams since I was a little kid. I've known what I wanted to do for the longest. If you guys don't know my story, you can go check it out on my blog. I have several blogs about it. I also talk about it more in depth in my magazine. I have a whole article dedicated to it, as well as pieces that I've designed from my last collection. But basically, what I failed to do was kind of push myself in a way that actually brings me closer to my dreams, instead of making excuses. For so long, I wanted to do YouTube, what I'm doing right now. I wanted to do this, but I couldn't do it because I'm a perfectionist. And at the time, I was telling myself that if it's not 100% the way that every other YouTuber is doing it, then it's not good enough. And that's where everything is kind of failed me in a sense, because I have been giving myself this kind of thought process that if it's not perfect, it's not good enough, you can't put it out there. And honestly, I'm glad that I'm over that. But I wanted to basically make this video to say that if you are making excuses, which I touched on this in my blog post that I was telling you about, which you can find the link for that below as well if you want to read more into it and the things that I had to do to get myself out there and to actually just start doing the things that I've been saying that I needed to do. There are a lot of excuses that I made that kind of held me back from being able to move forward with the things that I wanted to do. I couldn't tell myself that I was good enough, or that I was doing good enough, or trying hard enough to even make it to where I want it to be. And one of those things was like with designing. I am a self-taught designer. If you guys haven't watched any of my previous videos, I talked about that as well, very lightly. But I also talk about it in my magazine and on my blog and so on and so forth. But anyway, I'm a self-taught designer, so it's been really hard for me to figure certain things out. I've never been around anybody that's sewn or that's designed clothes or anything like that. All I had was the television and the media and things like that to see, like New York Fashion Week shows, and you know, to kind of get an idea of what it is that a fashion designer technically does. But I knew that I wanted to do this since I was a little girl, so all my life I've kind of been making these excuses as to why I haven't moved forward with things, or because I wasn't good enough to do it, or I didn't have enough talent to figure it out. And over the past couple years, I think like late 2019 actually, is when I really started to kind of branch out and try to figure out how I can be better at what I wanted to do. And I highly suggest this to all of you guys that are having a problem getting closer to doing the things that you want to do. If you feel like you're not good enough, or you're not talented enough, or whatever the case may be, then look it up. Because I spent so much of my time on YouTube and on Google learning how to do certain things that I didn't know how to do before, or you know, and now that has kind of pushed me to being able to figure out patterns on my own, to figure out how to measure things on my own, to figure out how to make a sleeve or make shorts or things like that. Like, these things have kind of helped me along the way. And I highly suggest you guys to do that. And just stop making the excuses as to why you haven't tried to do this or do that. Because I can say now that I have so much on my plate, so many things that need to be done. And although I have this lack of motivation, I do know that I am able to do it now. I do know that I'm able to push myself more to try to make things happen. And I know another thing that a lot of people, or another excuse that a lot of people use is, oh, well, with my work, you know, I'm constantly working and I don't have time to work on my dreams or work on the things that I actually want to do with my life. And what I say to that is, it's bull, because at the end of the day, just like a single mom would go to work and come home and make dinner for the kids and put the kids to bed and then finally took herself into bed, at the end of the day, there's always time. And even if you feel like this job that you're working is pulling you away from what you really want to do, And I'm not going to say quit, but what I'm going to say is figure out how you can do this job and also work on your dream. Because if you put more energy into what somebody else's dream is, then your dream is going to stay still, which is kind of, I'm guessing, the idea behind, working for other people. We're not just supposed to help build anybody else's brand or business up. At the end of the day, yes, you're an employee. Yes, you get paid for it, which is wonderful, if it helps you pay the bills and things like that. But make sure that you're looking at how you can bring yourself up and how you can work on yourself and your brand and your business, to be better and to grow, because it's honestly really, really difficult out here for small business owners. And I know that from my own personal experience is there aren't people that's just going to automatically support you. But at the same time, if you're still sitting back waiting for, things to happen, then it's not going to happen for you, because that's just not how it works. At the end of the day, you can pray and you can hope and you can dream, but if you're not trying, then nothing is going to happen. If you're not putting in the work, then nothing is going to happen. I had this dream about my magazine for so long, and I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to implement it. And at first, I'm like, I want to have a physical printed magazine. And as time has gone on, I realized that everything is done digitally. Why would I have a physical printed magazine? Nobody is buying that anymore. It's like, you have to stay aware of what's going on around you. And in order for us to stay motivated, we absolutely have to make sure that we are pushing ourselves. And I'm not saying push yourself to where, now I'm exhausted and I can't have any time, for myself or anything like that. Like, don't do that. Never push yourself that hard. But if you don't do at least 1 hour of something for yourself every day, or for your business every day, at least 1 hour, then you're messing up. And I know right now is probably the best time to be working on the things that you want to do in your life, if you're off work, of course. But at the end of the day, I feel like this moment in time is the perfect time to, set aside some moments to write down what you want your business or your brand to be, or write down how you can motivate yourself to work out, or how you can, clean your entire house or whatever. Just break those things down into different ways so that you can get it done, because it's honestly hard. Okay, it's really, really hard, and it's not going to be an easy drive to our dreams, and I 1000% know that from experience. So, like, getting there is not going to be easy, and I'm not there yet. But I know that me believing and me working, it's not going to go unnoticed, and I'm not going to still be in the same place that I am this year, and I'm not going to be in the same place that I was last year, because I'm not now. I can tell you that I have made so many excuses to why I've procrastinated on a specific project, or why I haven't made a dress, or why like, there's so many reasons to not do something. And this is why I wanted to make this video, to elaborate on what I wrote that blog post about, because I have sat back and made all of these excuses for myself that has created problems, and it's created depression, and it's created horrible anxiety, and just a horrible life for me, because I haven't worked on and done the things that I said that I wanted to do for me. So if during this time you have some time to take out and say, okay, well, I'm going to start writing down what I want for my business by the end of 2020, or whatever the case may be, work on that. Work on the small things and stop making excuses. And if you need any further motivation, reach out to me. You can message me here. You can message me on social media. I have all of my links down below to that as well. And, just message me and we can sit there and talk. I'm down for the conversation. I love real conversation. I love being able to, help not only myself, but you guys during these like difficult times, because I've been there and I've experienced it, and I'm still experiencing it for myself. So if you guys do need, a little motivation, just contact me. I'm okay with that. I'm not against it at all. You know, if you are feeling open and you want to just comment on this video and, you know, say, oh, Erica, I need help with this, or I'm just trying to figure out how I can do this, let me know. I mean, I don't mind. I really don't. I also hope that you guys are staying safe and taking your vitamins and, you know, just doing everything that it takes to keep yourself well and to keep your mental well, and, you know, just take care of you and make sure that you're making your dreams happen above anything else. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do hope this helps somebody, because it's definitely helped me to get it off my chest. And I will see you guys in the next video. And yes, we will be getting back to the design series because I'm so excited to make this next piece. And I do have a little bit more motivation, and I'm trying to keep building it up, you know, so I can move forward. And I'll see you guys in the next video.